Yo, it's a madness. We've got Kami-san in the room with the doctor discussing some dirty things.
He's plotting to take one for all, man.
4 months of excruciating pain.
That's a long time.
Wait, we're going to start the chapter like this. Just read this for them. Read them.
But when you emerge, everything will be within your grasp, including one for all.
But before we do that, please smash that subscribe button, leave a like for the video. This is Konkurasaki Corner, and we're bringing you our latest review of My Hero Academia. That's Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 246, The Message. Wow. Off the top, we start with the villains. We find Kami-san, we're with Shigaraki, he's with the doctor, and we see what they're up to.
I mean, this doctor is very intelligent. He's got a scientific equipment that's going to help Shigaraki level up. And I want to say level up, but that's an understatement. He's going to show him the take over level up.
Well, let's break down what we learned this chapter. What we learned this chapter is what the doctor's figured out. That's what we're going to refer to Kami-san, Shigaraki as Kami-san because he's the god, and we're going to refer to the doctor as the plug because he seems to let us know everything we need to know, yeah? So, quirks over time, over generation, the same quirk is never the same. It's forever evolving. They are awakening, they're getting stronger, but the rate at which quirks have been evolving is not as fast as how the body can keep up.
Let's say this, muscle memory. That's the best way to explain it. When you go training, your body can keep up to a certain extent because of your muscles when you trained before. But if your quirk is too overpowerful, your body can't keep up with the training of your quirk. Look at Shigaraki's arm. Kami-san's arm is busted up because his quirk is very, very powerful at the moment, and he's exceeded the level of what he can complete within his mind.
Well, the question is like the power of some quirks beyond human capacity? Is it beyond the capacity to which someone can do it? And if we look at the paradigm of the story from the beginning, this is what Deku has been struggling with the whole time. He has never been able to release
full power without getting hurt. He's lost fingers upon fingers upon fingers, arms. He's broken every single bone in his body. I've been pain just talking about it, but that's the kind of madness that we're dealing with. The big difference is Deku's had to get a kiss from the little doctor, the nurse, whereas Kami-san is getting the full treatment of experimentation.
Well, painful treatment at that. He's gonna be, in essence, some kind of hyperbolic time chamber, which is gonna stretch his body to a level and recover him each time, and to a level to which he can access all his power. And as the doctor said, he said, you will not only, he said your quirk awoke to another level in this last battle, but your ability will be not just to, to decay what you touch, but anything that is related to it. I mean, Jesus. And on top of that, pause, man, the guy said, this is going to be the last battle, man. He's planning to destroy it all. Oh!
He doesn't want to let anyone get away. He said, I let that Bodhi get away. This is what Kemi said. He don't like that. He don't like letting, so he's like, you know what? I should have taken him out. He doesn't want to him that's a loss. Yeah, no. That's what's crazy about it.
He destroyed and submitted the whole Liberation Army, and he feels a sense of defeat because ReDestro lived. So obviously he hasn't mastered what he's wanted to master. And what I like about him, there was a great bit of dialogue between him and the doctor, where the doctor says to him, you're already crazy powerful, you don't need any more. I'm paraphrasing. But he goes, listen, I'm not about the cheap tactics anymore. I clearly don't need the cheap plots and tactics, but I'm done underestimating them.
You're right.
He literally wants to, it's the knockout blow. The absolute knockout blow. We know what's going to happen. We've learned something. And the powerful thing about this is exactly what Deku's going to learn how to do in a different way. He ain't going to have the benefit of the doctor, or will he? Will the heroes have some kind of science that we're going to learn about that will allow him?
Okay, so you're talking about an equivalent to this level.
So yeah, they've got in terms of weapons, the Liberation Army have their weapons division, and then the My Hero Academia, or the school area, they've got their weapons department. So they have a doctor on their side.
Okay.
That little girl, Erin. What did he do with her last time? Because she's come back into the story for a reason, bro.
Okay.
Is there some way that they're going to access her power to enable him to go full power against Shigaraki in the fight?
So Eri is the equivalent doctor.
I think we're onto something.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're onto something. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, no doubt.
We jump to Hawks, and Hawks has just given us a little bit more detail how his feathers need to be close for him to pick up different things. I love what Kohai does. He, ReDestro approaches him about that booklet you've been handing out just to build a little bit of suspense, but instead, our man Hawks has fooled him. I say our man like I ain't been cussing this guy. I'm only loyal to Bakugo, you should know that by now. But
Hawks is fully infiltrated. He's now at a point where, although they may not trust him fully, he's gained enough to be able to just walk around. But I can feel the tension that Hawks feels. For some, he's on edge.
I do reckon that on the side, I reckon that they figured something out. I think they're playing with him a little bit to try to get a bit of information.
That's where the tension comes though.
I'm with you. I don't think I think someone has.
I was caught onto
So I think there is one person in the team that's figured out, but and that person is definitely playing Hawks.
Well, remember, the doctor already knows that someone is to be taken out because someone's onto him, if we remember from an earlier chapter.
Yeah.
So where that message has been relayed within the Paranormal Liberation Front, who knows?
The difference is though, Hawks was ready to die.
Yeah.
The one thing he wanted to do and make sure he did was make sure the message was sent to Endeavour.
Well, I think that was kind of foreshadowed in this chapter. Before I start, Brooklyn, do you have something to say?
No, just saying the number one.
Number one. Okay, so we had a bit of narration from Hawks, and it was really cool because in the last chapters we saw, or was it the chapter before, across the last two, is when he came and he defeated that demon acting voodoo witch doctor kind of character. But he says this time, he goes, I'm glad that I defeated him before they could, because it's what's happened is they have now underestimated Shoto, Bakugo and Deku, because he says they would have been more than fast enough already and they're growing at such a rate. And the feeling that I got from his narration, he then we see a lot of lovely drawings of the whole team, how everyone's getting stronger, and a sense of confidence that Hawks has that 4 months or not, we're going to be alright, because these lot will carry the flame forward. But it's almost like he's saying, I can't die now, because the next generation is upcoming.
But another thing is, and I'll take another view on it, we need numbers. We're facing an army incomparable. We don't even know how many people are involved in this. Because he said, I don't know how far the Liberation Army reaches, how many heroes are involved, how much in depth they are involved to different societies. So the more numbers we can get, the better chance we have. Meaning Endeavour, no matter what you're thinking, train up these youngsters to get our numbers up.
And Endeavour has, he's actually like, there was a little bit of thing
like, he didn't want to.
Bakugo was just like, bruv, I did not come here. I did not come here to be trained by his sidekicks. And as he says that, he comes into the room and Endeavour goes, I will train the three of you directly. So the hype train for the big three is going to be huge. And I agree that we don't know how much we're up against it, but what I think will happen, I think is going to be a quality over quantity thing.
You say that, right? But Apocrypha? Got that right?
Apocrypha.
Very good. He was very skillful and he was very different.
Yeah.
And he was a Liberation Army individual. He wasn't a villain. So we don't know what we're still facing to that extent. Styles make fights.
Okay. However, let's not forget, mangaka don't do things by accident. Sometimes we enter arcs and we see different things and we think they are just one thing at base level. But remember, there's more than one school.
Okay.
We have an army too.
Fair enough. You know what?
And not only that,
and we've been introduced to them as well.
And we've been introduced to some powerful boys
and
girls from other schools. Right. So I do not think numbers is going to be an issue.
That's true. And they're all aiming to be the number one hero.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, UA is the brand new school.
Yeah, of course.
But we've got another 2-3 schools with some colossal power guys, man. We have Shoto's rival from the other school. Come on, man. We listen, I ain't even worried about numbers here. Right. It's about quality. And I think the hype train is getting big because we're going to see some big fights. I think by the end of this arc, the abilities of all Shoto, Deku, and Bakugo are just going to be off the charts. And we have to think in terms of what's been outlined for Shigaraki is going to be outlined for them. And the thing is, it's key that we have Endeavour training him right now because he's someone that knows limits. It's the whole reason why he created Shoto. So he comes across quite scientific minded the same way the Doctor is. So, whereas before you had All Might training Deku, who was, I can do anything.
Just powerful.
Here, have spirit and go for it. Now we have a guy who is insanely powerful too, but he was just a tier below, so he had to become a thinker.
But he knew that. He said, because if you ever watched anime, you could see that when Endeavor was trying to reach All Might, there was like a big cliff and a big space area and it was all in his head, but you could see the gap. He said, I was so close, but there's always a big gap between us. And he was always trying to find ways to try and deliver away from that gap and trying to better himself. Which is why when you see Endeavor's moves, you're like, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know your power could do that. But he's thought about it. Yeah. He's cultivated it and he's made it his own. And he's going to teach these guys the same thing.
I mean, this is the only thing, or one of the things that Deku now needs is to learn how to use, because he's got the sense of justice there, which is why he was selected to carry forward One for All.
Yeah.
So the sense of justice is there that One for All has, All Might. Now he just needs to learn how to work extremely hard in order to obtain strength.
Yeah.
And who else can do that other than number 2?
Yeah. Number 1.
Number
one.
So there you have it. We've got Shigaraki versus Deku for One for All on the line. Hawks, I expect him to go out with a full bang if he does go out. And we're going to see an epic fight with him against someone from the Paranormal Liberation Army front.
Might even be Dabby. You don't know who's going to try and get Hawks. Hawks has a strong person to come up against him. He's not no weak in him.
You know what? Something nastily just thought. He could be the first person to witness Shigaraki, Kami-san.
I think that would make sense.
Ooh.
He's going to make an example of him. Or he dies as a sacrifice protecting the rest. Either way, I mean, clearly, it looks like we want him to die. We really don't.
No.
In my heart, I don't want it to happen, but
it makes sense. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, let's see.
Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and stay tuned for season 4 of the anime, which is coming out. Can't wait to tune into my Crunchyroll.
Jeez.
But from Conqueror Saki Corner, it's that time again, I'm afraid. It's a
peace out.